Alright guys, so it's been about 3 to 4 minutes since we kicked off the script. Now sitting at 82-84%. So what's happening in the backdrop is actually it's installing and configuring Ubuntu desktop. So it's converting the server edition of Ubuntu into a desktop image with only the very minimal packages we need. The reason we're doing it at the minute is because we want to install a product called Apache OpenOffice. This product is responsible for bringing or converting all your office-based documents, such as stuff stored in your OneNote, OneDrive, anything that's Microsoft related, say for example Excel, etc., into an Xwiki HTML format. So the purpose of installing the Ubuntu desktop is to have this product fully configured. So we're going to wait for that installation to finish, and then this is going to automatically kick off the installation of Apache OpenOffice. Okay, now it has completed the first stage of this installation. In a minute, it's going to now start by removing the LibreOffice product, and it's going to shortly start installing OpenJDK or Java 8 installation. So let's see what it does now. Okay, so further 3 to 4 minutes have gone by now. So it is now at 99%. So what is happening at the minute is we have completed the first step, and it's actually moved into the next step, removing LibreOffice here, as you see here, purging all the contents of LibreOffice, and it's trying to configure OpenOffice JDK, which is a Java 8 installation, in the second line. And the next is all very quick actions. Okay, there you go. It's downloading the Java installation here and installing the Java product, which is this step. So once that's done, it's going to configure the repository and download OpenOffice into it. I'm going to minimize the screen a bit just to make sure you can see it a bit more nicely, I believe. Looks like it's done. Okay, so it's downloading the Apache OpenOffice image as shown here. And once it's downloaded, it's then going to install the OpenOffice into our machine. So it's setting OpenOffice product into our Ubuntu machine now. And once this is done, it's going to shortly move into the next section. Now it's configuring Xwiki. It's downloading MySQL here. That's that bit. And it's downloading Xwiki as well here. And shortly, it's going to download Tomcat as well. There you go. That's Tomcat being downloaded now. It has downloaded Xwiki. And then now it's configuring Xwiki into our system. Now it's going to open up a window and ask me to put my password for my MySQL database. This is the only manual activity in this. This process, to be fair, can be automated as well. So I thought of just actually showing this to you so you can be in control of what exactly are you punching in your password. So yeah, so there you go. So it's going to actually open up that message now and ask you to punch in your password. All right, there you go. So it says configure a database for XWiki common. You need to click on yes here, and in a minute it's asking you for your MySQL password. So remember the password here. You will need it later for your recovery and etc. So password and password again, and okay, this is the only manual activity you're doing here. The rest is all fully automated. This again goes to the next phase of actually doing things. So it's done all the rules which we created, and now it has done all the configuration from all the way from editing all these files, etc. It has added opened up all the port numbers, which is this stuff is. And now what it's asking you is going to reboot the system now, and that's what this says. We're going to say yes to it and wait for the system to reboot. So that's the complete automated installation of Xwiki. So we're going to wait for that server to reboot, and then let's see if we can open the interfaces through our web UI.